Tell them if they're not up, they're ready to come back.
Y'all aren't. Crazy.
already did. Count us in. Friday Night Football returns to the Mill Creek Network, this time on a Monday, as we welcome you to Markham Field, home of the 4-1 Mill Creek Hawks, who tonight welcome the Central Gwinnett Black Knights on the Mill Creek Network. Good evening, everybody. Will Jackson alongside Jackson Daly. Pleased, as always, to be with you here on the Mill Creek Network. And Jackson, we'll start with Mill Creek. They come in tonight, like I mentioned, 4-1, ranked number 9 in the state by Max Preps. They've had a really good season thus far with the signature win, 21-10 at Norcross in week number 2. But they fell a couple weeks ago, the last time we saw them here on the Mill Creek Network, 37-34 against North Gwinnett, another top 10 ranked team in the state. We saw in that game that a lot of points were scored, and Mill Creek secondary kept letting up a lot of big plays. But what does Mill Creek need to do tonight here to get the win at home?
North Gwinnett, like you said, North Gwinnett got through our secondary pretty easily. We really need to tighten up on
And welcome back to Friday Night Football, special edition of Monday Night Football here on the Mill Creek Network. Will Jackson alongside Jackson Daly. Mill Creek won the toss and deferred, so Central Gwinnett will get the ball to start things off. Brady Lane handling the kickoff duties for Mill Creek. He's been a very formidable kicker so far through this season, getting a lot of touchbacks on more than half of his kickoff attempts. And that means that overall, a lot of the Mill Creek's opponents have had a lot of rough starting field position. But we were talking about before we went to the break, Jackson. Starting off here, what does Central Gwinnett really need to do to come away with some points on this opening drive?
Central Gwinnett needs to take Central Gwinnett needs to take advantage of the lackluster performance of our secondary recently. If they are able to circumnavigate secondary while stonewalling our front seven, then they have a chance of getting some good passes off and maybe even winning tonight's game.
The Black Knights will start things off after a Brady Lane touchback. We'll come out to the 20, and we'll take a look at the Mill Creek defense to start things off. Of course, Jackson, talking about this Mill Creek defense, they're led by a very formidable front seven, led by the Alabama commit Luke Metz at linebacker. They've done a great job up to this season, pressuring the quarterback and overall stuffing the run.
They have, yeah. The front seven has done very well for themselves, making our defense very formidable for any opposing teams.
Noah Sheffield, the starting quarterback for Central Gwinnett, he'll throw it back to his running back, who looks to turn the quarter and gets out across the 20, near the 25. So bring up a second and medium for Central Gwinnett.
Number was that? That was Mark Cunningham, a senior for the Central Gwinnett Black Knights, able to run circles around our defense.
I'll start things off with some laundry on the field of holding against Central Gwinnett. So a positive play, already backing them up inside their own 20.
Bring them back to the 12th, 11th. Is second down. Here we go.
First and 19. It's a short give up the middle to Cunningham. Not much there.
Not much. They dogpiled him pretty quickly there.
We'll get another look at that Mill Creek defense, talking about some of these big starters. Of course, we talked about their secondary, leaving a little bit to be desired. You've got Sean Cummings back there at safety alongside Carson Herder. Overall, not a bad start to this game. The defense doing a great job of stuffing the run.
They are, yes, we are. Still not even breaking the 20 for our the Black Knights. Hawks are holding it down pretty tightly right now.
Well, Central Gwinnett already having to burn a timeout just minutes into the first quarter. And we've seen that already from them. On the first play of the game, they didn't even have 11 guys out on the field. So a little bit of miscommunication already from this Black Knights offense. Not an ideal start.
It would seem that way, and it looks like they've already been spooked a little bit from our Hawks today. Hopefully, maybe they'll be able to iron some things out during this timeout and come back a stronger group of Knights.
Well, while we're here, we can talk a little bit about the upcoming schedule for Mill Creek. We already talked about the fact that we're playing here on a Monday night because of the unfortunate devastation that Hurricane Helene brought out. But they've got 11 days and 3 games over that span. They've got the game tonight. They've got a game Friday against Aquila. And then they're on the road next Thursday at Collins Hill for what should be a very important game for both sides, honestly. We talked about this Collins Hill team, or not this Collins Hill team, rather the Central Gwinnett team struggling a little bit. The deep pass there from Sheffield.
Yes, they tried it. That would have been in the 44, looks like, but they just were not able to do it.
They're down now. Luke Metz bringing the pressure. That's caught by Cunningham, but he slips down back near the 10-yard line. So a good play there to start off for the Hawks defense. It'll be a punt.
All right, and there, Mill Creek's punt receiver will be Carson Herder, number 20.
Yeah, Mill Creek likes to mix things up in terms of the return game. They got Trey Walker back there quite a bit. Like you mentioned, Carson Herder. Malachi Miller sometimes does the punt return and kick return duties. They're very flexible. They got a lot of speed on that offense, and we've seen them be able to flip the field on a multitude of occasions. Oh, that's unfortunate. They're not able to handle the snap, and Mill Creek special teams unit is all over that. He'll get tackled right near the 5-yard line. Call it the 4 is where the official will mark him down, and Mill Creek already set up with a 1st and goal.
You got to see they absolutely dogpiled him immediately once they realized what happened there. Very fortunate for the Hawks today.
Well, we'll go ahead and take this opportunity to take a look at the Mill Creek starting offense, of course, led by quarterback Shane Throgmartin. You've also got the star running back Daniel Smith having a great season, nearly 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns already, and he's been the big focal point of this offense.
Yes, he is currently at 850 yards. Maybe he could even hit 1,000 tonight. Who knows?
Mill Creek averaging 240 rushing yards per game. Very strong stat to lean on if you're Mill Creek tonight. And that's already one play into the end zone. One play, all they needed. Mill Creek touchdown to start things off, capitalizing off the special teams mistake.
Number 85, Brady Lane.
Trey Walker, the holder. First extra point attempt of the night for Brady Lane. And it's like clockwork for him. Up and good. Hawks take a 7-0 lead already, just minutes into the game. And that's kind of what we were talking about. Their ability to create splash plays on defense has been a big factor of why they've been able to get some of these monstrous wins like we talked about. Averaging nearly 40 points per game on offense. Great stat to lean on.
So it looks like they've already spooked the Black Knights a little. They'll have to toughen up to really counterbalance this starting drive immediately being destroyed by the Hawks.
Brady Lane back out for the kickoff duties. Already a very strong start for Mill Creek on this Monday night. Would not be surprised if we see that continue as the night goes on.
Brady Lane has 31 kickoffs, 16 touchbacks. He's looking pretty good this season.
Boot that one into the slowly cooling night sky here in Houston, Georgia, and that'll be another touchback. 2 for 2 already. So add 2 more on to that 16 you just mentioned.
All right, we'll make it 18 then. How about that?
All right. Well, Jackson, we just saw what looked to be not an ideal start for Central Gwinnett. We saw
Certainly
the penalty
not, no.
be a huge factor on that drive. Mill Creek getting great pressure in the run game, stuffing the run. What does Central Gwinnett need to do here? Obviously, we saw some issues from them, but coming out here with some fresh opportunity, they really need to pick things up.
Well, we saw them passing quite a bit to their to Cunningham, number 5. Cunningham has been a little shaken, it seems, getting dogpiled again and again. It might have to start handing off to a different guy, or Cunningham might just have to get his act together.
Like we talked about, it certainly doesn't help that you're going against somebody like Luke Metz. Devin
Absolutely
Ingram up the
not.
middle at the defensive tackle position.
No, a terrifying combination to go against this Monday night.
And already proving why they are just so dominant already. 2nd and 11 once again here. 5 receivers in the pattern. Sheffield looking to change things up at the line. A quick throw out to the far side, and that is caught. He's able to advance it out across the 35. Brought down there by D. Mize. Good little tackle.
Nice, yes. Okay. Much so. The 30. We're at the 25. We are at third down? Third down on 25.
Once again, coming out 5 wide here. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's got the first down and more out near the 40 before he's wrapped up by Sean Cummings. Good tackle there to prevent that from getting any worse than it already was.
Yeah, you notice he was able to slip through the front 7. They barely got him at the end there. No one really expects the quarterback to charge at you like that. Got to be prepared for anything in Monday Night Football.
Now 1st and 10 from their own 40, the Black Knights, once again with 5 receivers. It's seeming to be a theme early on in this game. Obviously, the running game not going very well for them thus far, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, looking to shake things up a little.
Another short pass, and the Mill Creek defense is all over that one. Another play for a loss. That's been a common theme thus far on 1st down.
They were absolutely devoured by the Hawks defense again. They really got to get better at shaking us off, shaking the Hawks off if they want to keep driving the ball.
Officially, it is no gain, but still great play there to rally to the football by that Mill Creek defense. 2nd and 10. Sheffield will put a man in motion. Another give up the middle. And once again, that Mill Creek defensive line is all over that. Minimal gain on the play. Call it a gain of about 2.
Looks like it, yeah.
Out near the 42-yard line. 3rd and long coming up.
Again, Mill Creek is stonewalling them over and over again. It looks like they're barely able to move an inch during these drives. Goes to show just how jam-packed of power the defensive line is for the Hawks.
Not only that, they've got a lot of experience over the years. Been very fortunate to sit behind some of these previous Mill Creek Hawks that have since graduated and gone on to bigger and better things.
That is true.
Oh, batted at the line. Is that intercepted? That was a great play nonetheless. And indeed, it looks to be Eli Richards with the interception. A big man turnover. 2 for 2 now. This Hawks defense shutting out the Black Knights.
Eli Richards with the interception. That will be his first interception of the season.
Yeah, you don't usually see the big defensive end getting up there.
No, not
he's able
usually,
to bat it back into his own arms. Great play there. And it sets the Hawks up in plus territory once again. Not quite as good as the last time as it was a 1st and goal. But, you know, they'll take whatever they can get.
Let's see if they can do a quick drive real quick, power through, get another touchdown.
That's Miller in motion. That's a give to Daniel Smith. Daniel Smith's got a little bit of running room out near the 20 and inside the 20, near the 15 for another Hawks 1st down.
Now, Throgmorton and Daniel Smith, they get along great on this field. When Throgmorton gives a ball to Daniel Smith knows where to go with it and how to do it. This has led to a deadly combination for the offense. Looking at Daniel Smith himself, of course, had 850 yards starting today.
I mean, not only that, but you just look at his averages on the season. He's only had, coming into this game, 93 carries. So he's able to make the most of every single touch.
Every single one, you're right. Absolutely. With only 8 catches, you can really see where he thrives is in running the ball.
From the 10-yard line now, Throgmorton will give to Smith once again, and this time Smith is met at the line of scrimmage. Actually looked like he might have fumbled that there, but he's able to fall right back on it, so disaster avoided.
Looks like the Black Knights have finally started to catch on a little bit. Let's see if it lasts.
Second down. That's a give to Van Dree. Van Dree trying to shed off those tacklers, but as he cuts it to the near side, he'll get wrapped up once again. The Central Gwinnett defense ready for that one again.
They were, absolutely. They crowded him like bees. Van Dree, he has 24 rushes this season, 161 yards. Definitely not a top rusher like Daniel Smith is, but he still can hold his own with 4 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, you look back to that North Gwinnett game in particular, had a monstrous game. It was one of the big factors in that Mill Creek comeback in the second half. Now third down, this time from the 8. That's Met in motion. Throgmorton gives to Smith. Smith making moves, cutting to the outside. He's got a first down. Can he pile his way to the end zone? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Hawks.
You got to see how Smith was able to circle around every single player on that field to get to that touchdown. And we got fireworks going off as well. How beautiful. Was not expecting the fireworks.
Yeah, that's something new they've added here at Markham
Is it?
Field this season. First time ever that we've had fireworks, and they tend to do it after every score.
Well, good to know. Hope to see a lot of fireworks tonight. How about that, folks?
Already getting to use them twice.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns on 2 drives for Mill Creek.
We got Brady Lane about to kick again.
That kick is up, and it is good once again.
You love to see it. Very strong first quarter so far, I'd say.
Oh, absolutely. You know, when you can capitalize with a couple of turnovers, block a punt, or rather capitalize off of a mishandled punt, I should
Absolutely,
say.
yeah. Black Knights really got to step it up if they want to. Yeah, I haven't even. Have we seen them cross 50 once so far? No.
Not yet.
Not yet. They got to up their drive game. That'd be through passes or runs. They got to figure out a way to get past Mill Creek's ironclad defense.
I mean, we've seen them come out in 5 wide receiver sets thus far, and they've actually had some success when they do it. It's really been that run game that's been really setting them back, leaving them in those 2nd and 3rd and longs. They've got to have some more success on first down. We've seen them up to this point either lose yardage or gain no yardage on first down, or even penalties. So something's really got to change there.
Now, the pass completions have been pretty successful for them, but it's a matter of getting the ball moving after the pass is completed. They have not been able to figure that out quite yet tonight.
Brady Lane already on for his 3rd kickoff of this first quarter. 3 minutes to go in the first. That kick is away. He'll go 3 for 3 on touchbacks. So really good night so far for Brady Lane.
Very good. Went from 16 touchbacks to 19 touchbacks, and it is not even the end of the first quarter, folks.
Oh, we take this time to remind you that the Mill Creek Network is in action twice this week. We've got this special edition of Friday Night Football on a Monday, and then the Hawks are home once again this Friday for a game against their rivals, Decula. That'll be kicking off at 7:30 local time here on the Mill Creek Network. First down from the 20. That's a give to Cunningham. He's trying to break through tacklers, but that Mill Creek defense, once again, just swarming to the football. They're able to wrap him up.
He nearly slipped through. He slipped through twice, but they just dogpiled him on that third try. He could not make it after that.
That's once again what we've seen, that first down play going backwards, all the way back to the 16 now for 2nd and 14. Sheffield with Cunningham in the backfield. That's a gift to Cunningham, and he's swarmed once again by that Mill Creek defense.
Not a great position to be in when every single play you make, you get pushed back little by little. Central Gwinnett is definitely getting shaken already. Can they toughen up and recover from this?
At this point, the answer to that question definitely has to be firm no. Because that's back-to-back plays where you saw that Mill Creek linebacker corps just all over the football. 3rd down and 16 for the Black Knights. It's a short throw out to the far side, and he's trying to weave through tacklers. He'll get back near the 20, but no more than that.
We saw the 5 receivers again, and it worked a little bit better for them this time, had a little bit of movement, but still not enough to get where they need to be.
At this point, it definitely seems like they're playing with a little bit of fear of that Mill Creek front seven, because we haven't really seen them attempt too much downfield. It's been all short passes, runs, and they've been able to get a little bit of momentum off of those short passes, but nothing really significant.
Certainly not. Not the way Mill Creek has been pushing them back and taking that ball and driving it straight home to their end zone. They really have to shake something out. They have to make some yardage if they want to even hold a candle to Mill Creek tonight.
Well, on to punt again. See if this one has a little bit more success. It's a short one. Looks like it didn't quite go off his foot all the way. It's picked up near the 45 of the Black Knights and advanced, we'll call it the 41-yard line. That's where the Hawks will take over. Officially marked as the 42, 1st and 10.
Once again, we still see Mill Creek on their half of the field. They have been tearing it up. Central Gwinnett has not been able to hold them back almost at all.
I think it's worth mentioning that so far, as we near the end of the first quarter, this will be 5 straight quarters that Mill Creek has not allowed a single point. They had a 42-0 win at Mountain View last week, and here, at the end of the first quarter, currently scoreless for Central Gwinnett. The throw to the far sideline, breaking tackles. Malachi Miller along the far sideline, looking to take it all the way. He'll get nearly there. 1st and goal for Mill Creek.
Malachi Miller, he runs like his feet are on fire when he has that ball. We've got to see that the Hawks have not even crossed the other side of the 50 today. It has all been on the right side of the field. A testament to how rough they are retreating their guests tonight.
1st and goal from the 7. Malachi Miller weaving, ducking, and dodging, making it look easy, getting through that that Central Gwinnett secondary, as he almost looked like he might have been dead to rights.
Certainly seemed that way. He already has 2 touchdowns this year, nearly made it 3 right there. We got.
Well, there's Gendelsberger getting another Mill Creek touchdown. Shane Throgmartin throws his first TD pass of the night, and it's already 20-0.
Gendelsberger, that'll make his 2nd touchdown of the season, running only 78 yards so far. Still doing well for what he has.
certainly making the most of every opportunity he gets to be on the field. It's a busy night so far for Brady Lane, already back out for his third extra point.
Think those feet get tired?
Well, they've certainly got solid backup. No bias at all there. That extra point is up and it is good. Already 21-0 for this Mill Creek squad.
Mill Creek once again showing that they are the kings of the home court. We see our fireworks going off again. Of course, last time we were here, we had a home team defeat. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, it was actually their first home loss in the regular season since 2021, and they lost to North Gwinnett a few weeks ago, snapping a very impressive win streak. But still, I think they showed in that game that they definitely are very much contenders this season, going toe-to-toe with another top 10 team in the state.
Absolutely. And we see it tonight here, as they show why they belong in the top 10. We have them forming up the punt turn. Forgive me.
That kicks away. Now 4 for 4. Touchback once again. Central Gwinnett will start at the 20.
All right, let's see if they can make it past the 40 this time. If they are lucky, or if they are better at just driving the ball this time around, they will be able to get it to past 50 and back into their side of the field, which they haven't even been able to do once yet so far today. But night's still young. First quarter has 14 seconds left. Let's see how it goes.
We'll see if Central Gwinnett is able to really test that Mill Creek secondary. To this point, they haven't had to really do anything. Hasn't really been much action past the line of scrimmage. And they pass really the first big test as that pass falls incomplete on first down.
Yep, looked like they had a man on every single receiver there. And the Central Gwinnett quarterback did not know where to throw it. Rather than risking interception, they went for an incomplete pass instead.
Second and 10 now for Sheffield. He's looking to throw here. Ooh, had a man over the middle, but that one falls incomplete once again.
That will make it.
Devon Donaldson there. But like you said, that brings us to the end of the first quarter. A great one for the Hawks. It's 21-0. You're watching this special Monday presentation of Friday Night Football on the Mill Creek Network. And welcome back to the start of the second quarter here on the Mill Creek Network. It's third down for Central Gwinnett, and they're able to get a first down out of that one as the pass is caught along the far sideline, and he'll run his way out of bounds.
Our running backs have had a tremendous game so far, only seeming to get Central Gwinnett, forgive me, Central Gwinnett for the first real great running play of the night.
We'll see if they can't build off of that, as it's
The-
first down at the 32-yard line. Central Gwinnett trying to put a drive together, down 21-0 already after a great first quarter for Mill Creek. They were able to take advantage of a ill-advised punt. They had an interception by a defensive lineman. See if they can't get any more here. Keeper there from Sheffield, and he's not able to get much.
See, they've still been falling. That's not even the first player on the Central Gwinnett flip in the past few minutes here. We got to see Cunningham was slipping earlier too. Not able to get very far when you do that.
I mean, we have had a lot of rain here over the past few days in
That much is
Houston,
true.
Georgia. So maybe the field conditions still a little bit wet down on Markham Field.
Could be.
You and I didn't go out there before the pregame, so
We
we don't know
didn't.
for sure, but
I'll
that
tell you
definitely
this.
could be a possibility.
Tell you this though, I haven't seen many Hawks.
Second and 12 now from the 30 to give up the middle, trying to weave his way through tacklers, but that once again sure-handed Mill Creek defensive line there to wrap him up for maybe a gain of 1.
Now we've gotten to see this week as well as every week so far for our Hawks that they have truly been able to build a wall in the middle of this field right now. Josh Lovelady, our head coach, has been able to absolutely beef up these kids, and they are an impenetrable fortress. And especially against smaller teams like this, that it is a wall that they cannot seem to climb.
Third down now. Hawks all over him, but he's able to escape. How did he get out of that one? Breaking through tackle, shedding off Hawks defenders, getting near the 40-yard line. But he's finally wrapped up, and they limit the damage.
Noah Sheffield, you're able to see he can be slippery when he needs to be. This is the second play in a row that or not in a row, but second play tonight where we've seen him shake off 2 of our defensive linemen and get a good amount of yards.
Bill brings up fourth down. Down 21-0. Central Gwinnett look like they might be opting to go for it here.
Well, we haven't seen them be able to get past the 50 yet today. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Well, from the 39. Looking to throw, and that is broken up.
Incomplete.
Wonderful timing there by Devon Donaldson to get there and force the incompletion. It's a turnover on downs for Central Gwinnett.
Vaughn Donaldson, that is this is second pass defended this season, and he has done quite well. You're 2 for 2, buddy.
Well, Jackson, look at that. Once again, Mill Creek starting a drive inside Black Knight territory. Another common theme that we've seen so far.
Like poetry, it just keeps rhyming and rhyming. Let's see if they are able to make it 28-0 by the end of this drive.
That's Miller in motion. Throgmartin looking to go deep over the middle. He's got his man inside the 20. Where he's brought down. I believe that's Sean Cummings with the reception. That's a first down.
See, he throws with deadly precision when he does throw. It is almost every single pass today has been a complete pass for the Hawks, if not all of them.
First down from the 18. And we got a little bit of laundry on the field before that play.
Ooh.
We'll check the flag.
Ball starts in the Hawks back 5 yards.
That's Smith in motion, trying to turn the corner, leaping over tacklers. We've got another flag flying at the end of that play.
Back to back. You hate to see it. Let's find out what we got right now.
Not quite sure what it was. Might have been the blocker there from Mill Creek. He was able to run it back inside the 20, so he got the penalty yardage back, but we'll see what happened at the end of that play that caused the flag. Indication is against Mill Creek.
Creek back. All right, we have word that it was unsportsmanlike conduct. Do we have a number? No, no number yet. We're not sure who did it. Looks like it'll set back the Hawks another few yards.
Against DQ Forkpa.
DQ Forkpa. His first game back, if I'm not mistaken, right? Since his injury?
Not sure if he played at Mountain View, but this is the first time that we've seen him here at home this season.
That is true.
Like you mentioned, he did start the season with an injury, but good to be back out on the field.
Not good to be back with a
But look at this, Jackson.
flag.
Third down all the way back outside the 30. That pass is caught by Trey Walker trying to weave through tacklers, and he does get back inside the 30, near the 25, but still miles away from that first down.
This could be the first drive of the night for the Hawks that does not end in a touchdown.
Well, I don't see Brady Lane.
2nd and 13 right now.
The down marker was incorrect. It's currently third down.
Third
That's why
down.
Brady Lane's not out there.
3rd and 13. That would make sense.
Jackson, you and I got a little bamboozled there.
We did. As did all of us for a moment there. So 3rd and 13. Ball on the 21. Refs figuring things out real quick.
All right, it has been confirmed third down, Jackson.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, let's see if they can pull off a first down quick.
Well, Throgmorton looking to throw. Pass intended for Walker, but it bounces off his hands and falls incomplete.
Incomplete pass, making it 4th and 13 on the 21. Sorry, 23.
Well, it looks to be the first drive of the night that will not end in 7 for Mill Creek. Brady Lane out to attempt the field goal.
Let's see if we can end in 3 then. Brady Lane, what is this, his 6th time out here tonight? Something like
Kick is up. It's no
And
good.
it's no good. That makes it the first drive for the Hawks that does not end in a touchdown. And the first kick for Brady Lane does not go where he wants it to go.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. It had a great start tonight up to that point.
We did. Are we seeing the Central Gwinnett Black Knights shaking up the Hawks tonight? Let's find out.
Let's be honest with ourselves. It's 21 to nothing.
It is 21 to nothing. 8 minutes left in the second quarter, but game's not over, is it?
Still a long way to go for the Black Knights. It is a 21 to nothing lead after all. But the Hawks will go back out on defense, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. I think it really is the story of the game to this point. How dominant that Mill Creek defensive line has been.
Yes, that is true.
Central Gwinnett has not really been able to establish any rhythm in the running game.
They've had to trudge for every single yard they gain, and even then, it has not been enough to match the Hawks.
Not even close. I mean, Daniel Smith, Van Dree over on the Mill Creek sideline are having a great night to this point. Pressure in his face. That is intercepted. Coming back the other way. Mill Creek comes up with another takeaway. Back inside the Central Gwinnett 30. And once again, Mill Creek comes away with the ball.
Mill Creek has just been stealing that ball from nearly every drive. They have, yeah. I mean, we had the failed drive there, but we're right back where we were 3 minutes ago. Not even. Not a great look for the Black Knights, especially after finally being able to hold their own as far as the defense goes just minutes ago.
Well, the missed field goal only means that Mill Creek lose 3 yards of field position over the course of that one play. That was Brock Rembert with the interception. Already the second one of the night for Mill Creek. 1st and 10 from the 26.
Remember, that was Rembert's first interception of the season as well.
Unfortunate there. Throgmorton looking to get it over to Daniel Smith and not able to haul that one in.
Daniel Smith and Throgmorton, a dangerous combination, but every now and again they do slip up. We are all human after all.
Well, still very much in scoring position if you're Mill Creek.
Absolutely. Even in field goal position, not too long, right? Or not too far from field goal position. We look at where Brady Lane missed his earlier. We're still pretty close right there. He might be able to make up for it if, of course, the Black Knights are able to stonewall.
Well, that's Miller with the reception on the far sideline. He breaks 3 tackles, gets all the way to the end zone. Malachi Miller scores once again for the Hawks.
Malachi Miller will bring it to 27-0. A painful touchdown for the Central Gwinnett Black Knights, not being able to stop it again.
Malachi Miller's second touchdown of the evening. And once again, we see him ducking and dodging through defenders.
Yes, in one night, he has been able to double his touchdowns for the season. Pretty impressive show of talent tonight.
Not only that, Brady Lane comes back and makes the extra point. So a little bit
Brady
of redemption.
Lane redeeming himself. Absolutely.
A little bit of redemption there. 4 for 4 on extra points tonight. He's actually only missed 1 this season. He's currently 28 out of 29. And I think it's worth talking about as well, Jackson. We mentioned the fact that finally the Central Gwinnett Black Knights were able to get a stop, but how devastating of a series of events that is. Getting the interception, going the other way, and then just a few plays later, Malachi Miller scampers into the end zone, and it swings back, and now it's 28-0.
The Black Knights finally, they had a foothold, but they just slipped and lost it immediately, showing that the Hawks can just drive it home over and over again. This is a smaller team. Their win record is 3-2. Might stay 3 tonight. Most likely, looking at the way we're going tonight, 28-0. Not even halfway through the second quarter, just about.
7:28 left to go till halftime. Brady Lane will boot it up, and it'll go back over to Central Gwinnett. Bounces near the goal line. That'll be a touchback. Central Gwinnett starts at the 20.
Central Gwinnett has been starting at the 20 a lot recently, but has not been making it to the 50. Mill Creek's defense just keeps stonewalling. They keep not letting them through. They are not allowing it tonight. After their last home game, they have every reason to just go all out.
Yeah, I mean, that impenetrable barrier to this point has been the 50. Like you said, Central Gwinnett has not been able to get past the 50-yard line to this point. But we've got a flag on the field to start off this Central Gwinnett drive. It's an illegal substitution there against Central Gwinnett. Once again, not a great start to another drive.
No, not at all. That makes 4 or 5 flags today's game. I believe 4, correct? We're going to say 4.
And Jackson, I feel like a broken record once again. That Mill Creek defensive line all over that run play. Luke Metz the first one there. And yet again, it's a loss
Luke
on
Metz
first down.
makes it seem like he writ the word dogpile in the dictionary.
Ball sits at the Black Knights' 14-yard line. Slowly but surely making their way back towards their own end zone here.
Remember, folks, we started at the 20. That means we've gone back 6 yards.
Toss out to the far sideline. Breaks one tackle there, but isn't able to get much more than that. We'll call him down near the original line of scrimmage.
And again, we've seen they just cannot seem to get past the Mill Creek Hawks. Not once have we let them slip past. I can't remember the last time they had a first down, to be honest.
Certainly has been a while. I'll take this time to let you know that coming up at halftime, the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band will unfortunately not be in action tonight, but we will have coverage of the Black Knights Marching Band going up here at halftime. Mill Creek once again swarming to the quarterback, but he's able to get it out to the near side. Not much more than that, though, as it's quickly wrapped up and shoved out of bounds.
Got to see he was able to slip past one of the first defenders, but then did not make it much further after that.
That was Cunningham again with the reception. I'm saying his name a lot.
Cunningham might just be to Sheffield what Smith is to Throgmorton for us, but not seeming to be as powerful of a duo tonight.
Well, once again, another Central Gwinnett drive stalls out. It'll be fourth down. Looks like we've got a second timeout of the half by Central Gwinnett on that fourth down play. So we'll take a break and talk things over. Maybe they're thinking about going for it here, considering they are down 28-0. You certainly need to make a play to get a chance back into this game.
The real question is, do they have enough? Do they have enough to lose with this? If they fail this drive, that's going to be possibly another touchdown for the Hawks. Can they afford another touchdown? If they ever have a hope of bringing it back, which it's not looking like they do, folks, they cannot afford to fail on this drive. If they are, I think it will be a decisive blow to their ego and the whole team tonight. The Hawks, of course, being steadfast.
Reminder that the Mill Creek Hawks are back in action versus Decula High School this Friday night. Kickoff here at Markham Field is at 7:30 p.m. You can get your tickets online at GoFan. Tickets are not available for purchase at the gate. Only available online, so make sure you go to GoFan and get your tickets to the game this Friday night. Fourth down, and indeed the Black Knights will go for it. That's incomplete. Fake punt attempt there, but it's broken up. Beautifully played by Brady Went. That's another turnover on downs. Gavin not in there as well to break up that play.
Now Hawks are 1st and 10 at the 27. Familiar sight tonight, folks. Five minutes left in the quarter.
First down at the 28. Throgmorton gets that one out to Hamilton. And Hamilton's able to take it near the 20-yard line, just barely inside of the 19.
Just shy of another first down for the Hawks, but still closing in on that end zone once again, much to the Central Knight, or the Black Knight dismay. Black Knight's dismay.
Second down, Throgmorton gets that one over to Walker. Walker trying to cut it upfield with a nice spin move, breaking through tacklers. Herter's there blocking, trying to pile his way towards the end zone. He gets inside the 5. A first down, first and goal coming up.
We got to see our players are very, very good at not going down. Took 3 players just to get him out of the, into the out of bounds, but still, he didn't go down. Testament to how strong these Hawks are. Big, big young men, seniors, juniors, even a few sophomores. Big, all the same, and powerful.
Ball sits at the 3 for this first and goal. Vandry next to Throgmorton. Throgmorton looking to throw the fade to the back corner. Did he get that with the feet down? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Mill Creek. Devin Hamilton there once again.
Got to see Hamilton's fancy footwork there, placing both feet down just on that corner. Got it for him. Makes it 34-0, and we get to see the fireworks go off again. I don't think y'all ever see that at home, folks. Sorry about that.
Well, usually they would, but unfortunately, technical issues limited us to just one camera tonight. So
Friday then.
Try to get those issues sorted out before Friday's match. And, of course, that all-important Week 12, game number 10 matchup, the final game of the season here at home against Buford. That one should be a lot of fun. And we look forward to bringing you coverage of that here on the Mill Creek Network. Brady Lane out to attempt the extra point once again. That one's up, and it's like clockwork. 5 for 5 now, and it's 35-0. Back to the touchdown real quick, Jackson. Did you see that pass, that beautiful fade to the back corner to Devin Hamilton? And even then, going up to get it. That was a very impressive play altogether.
It truly looked like he popped it too far up, but he matched that height and got it. He pulled it down with him down to the end zone and was able to score once again for our Hawks.
Indeed, going up over that defender. Great play all around, and that's exactly what we like to see from this Mill Creek offense. When they are clicking, they are indeed very much clicking. All gas, no brakes tonight.
I concur completely.
And I know there's certain people here at the stadium tonight that are very much looking forward to the fact that it's currently 35-0 in the second quarter, because that means the clock is running in the second half. What does that mean? Well, it means the clock does not stop as a general term. So that second half should be relatively quick. We'll likely see some of the Mill Creek backups and second stringers coming in here, getting a little bit of action in this home affair.
Absolutely. Folks hoping to make it to dinner early tonight are feeling quite good right now.
That kicks away by Brady Lane once again, and that one will sail into the end zone. Another touchback.
How many is that now tonight? Is that 5? 6? Yeah, that is 6 tonight. That brings his total for the season to 22 touchbacks, 6 in just one night. As a powerful kicker right there.
Well, that Mill Creek defense back out there once again. And I think you and I talked about it when we first came on the air. This had the potential to be a little bit of a trap game for Mill Creek. That Central Gwinnett defense had proven just a couple weeks ago against Collins Hill that they are very formidable. Or rather, they held that Collins Hill team to just 17 points, and it was a much closer game than many of us thought it might have been. But certainly proving here tonight that Mill Creek is just on another level. Once again, that first down play, I feel like a broken record. It's going backwards, Jackson.
It sure is. Adding on to what you said, Mill Creek, they are in the top 10 just like North Gwinnett, but top 10 contains multitudes. All right? One spot in the top 10 compared to another spot in the top 10, there could be mountains of difference in the power of a team, in the strength of a team, in the speed of a team. And Mill Creek is showing that they are not letting Central Gwinnett have the same even fight that they had against North Gwinnett.
Deep pass there, and that just sails out of bounds. Had it for a moment, at least had his hands on it. Potential there, but third and long once again. Third and 13. 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. Central Gwinnett desperately in need of something here to at least get a little bit of a flow going.
One timeout left for the rest of the quarter.
And you spoke it into existence.
Let's make it 0. How about that?
During this timeout, we'll take a moment and welcome you back inside of the press box here. And Jackson, I think we both came into this game expecting it maybe not to be close, per se, but I don't think we expected 35-0 with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
I know I sure didn't. I was expecting a bit more of a pushback from these Central Gwinnett Black Knights against our Mill Creek Hawks. But Mill Creek's wearing black tonight, matching the Black Knights and dominating them.
Well, they're certainly on pace to outdo the score of last year's game between these two teams. Last year, it was Mill Creek at Central Gwinnett, and it was a 47-7 blowout in favor of the Hawks. On pace right now to match that and much more.
Maybe even exceeded tonight. We'll see. We have been shutting them out any drive they make. They might not even be able to get 7 on the board tonight.
Oh, well. Oh, that would have been an amazing catch there, but nonetheless, it falls incomplete. Peyton Alstein there, the intended receiver. And it brings up another fourth down.
4th and 13. Think they're going to go for it again?
This point of the game, probably not. 3 minutes to go in the first half. And with how the Mill Creek offense has been looking for, at least thus far, I think you just have to at least hope that you can pin them back a little further.
One can hope. Let's see if that timeout was worth it for these Black Knights.
That's another punt. Taken in by Trey Walker at the 46. Looking to make something happen with it. Runs backwards, and he'll actually lose field position compared to where he started. They call it neutral. Down at the 46-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will take over.
Want to note, it took nearly 9 men to get him down. Think about that.
Is this the worst starting field position we've seen thus far from Mill Creek? It certainly seems like it might be the case,
For
because it
tonight,
seems like every drive they're starting inside the 30. And it is worth noting, been made aware to us that all the backups for Mill Creek are in. Cannon Kiley now the quarterback. Daniel Smith, however, still in there, and he's just running through tackles, making it look easy. Gets a run inside the 20-yard line. What a run by Daniel Smith.
like you said, most of our drives we started in the 30. Well, now we're right back to the 20. Not even close, inching closer and closer to just a 2-minute warning, but it ain't even close to over, folks. Let's see how much more the Hawks can push before the end of this half.
That's a throw over to Devin Hamilton, and Devin Hamilton turning those legs, trying to go for positive yardage. He'll get a few near the 15 before he's quickly dragged down. Call it about 4 on the play.
Devin Hamilton with 99 yards so far this season and 1 touchdown.
You forgot he just had his second one a moment ago.
Oh, you're right. So that makes 2 touchdowns and has pierced the 100-yard mark for this season.
Malachi Miller in motion here on a 2nd and 5. Give to Van Dree. Van Dree trying to cut it to the outside. No more than that. Looks like he just barely got back to the line of scrimmage, and indeed, we'll call it no gain on the play.
Finally seeing the Black Knights being able to hold their own against the offense, even if just a little bit. Let's see if it lasts.
1:35 to go in this first half, and we'll remind you that there will not be a performance by the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band at halftime, but we will have coverage of the Central Gwinnett Black Knight Marching Band. That's coming up here on the Mill Creek Network. But before that, a 3rd and 5 for Kiley in the offense. Van Dree in the backfield with him once again. Kiley looking to throw. He's got Metz over the middle. Metz makes the catch, and Metz powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Mill Creek.
That will make it 41-0. Like you said, Will, on track to beat that record that they set last year.
They might beat it in the first half. Who knows at the rate we're going.
At the rate we're going, you might very well be right.
Definitely not the all-time scoring record, because
No.
I'm pretty sure that's 70 back from the state championship.
Oh, that state championship was beautiful. I was there on the line, right on the offsides. It was such a great game. But this is a pretty good game too, folks.
Brady Lane. And once again, that extra point is good.
I feel like I'm getting deja vu. I just keep seeing it again and again and again and again. Brady Lane has been popping off with these field goals. I mean, extra points and a couple field goals. Or no, that was the one thing he didn't do. But these extra points he's been doing good at.
You got to give him credit for his touchbacks too, right?
Oh, absolutely. No, what was that, 6 today so far? See if we can make it 7. Carter's going to get.
Yep, Carter Jackson.
Carter Jackson. I think I know this kid. Will, do you know this kid?
I just might.
You just might.
I think I've met him once or twice.
Once or twice, yeah. Let's see how he does. I've never seen him, to be honest. I've never seen him back in football.
Certainly a longtime member of this Hawks team.
Absolutely. Me and him used to slack around on the offsides. Now he's a kicker. It's great to see.
You mean the sideline?
The sidelines, yeah.
Carter Jackson's first action of the evening comes with about a minute to go in the first half. That kickoff is away. It'll bounce at about the 8-yard line before it's taken in by the Central Gwinnett Black Knights. He'll get a return, but he won't even make it to the 20. So we'll start at the 18 with just under a minute to go.
I am interested to see how much progress is made in just this last minute of the first half. The way we've been seeing the Mill Creek Hawks moving, these past 2 quarters, I could imagine maybe even another touchdown from the Hawks before the end of the half. I mean, of course, that's wishful thinking, but the rate we've seen them today is entirely possible.
Is that a fumble? Yes, indeed. Connor Faber picks it up and returns it inside the 10. Once again, first down and goal for Mill Creek. And Jackson, we are now just moments away from potentially seeing almost 50 points put up in the first half by this Mill Creek team.
Remember what I said? A singular play ago that it could end before the second half ends in another touchdown for the Hawks. And it looks like that might be what we're looking at here, folks.
Ball sits at the 3. Kylie back in there. Van Dree, the lone back behind him. Kylie with the keeper. I'll give him a yard on the play down at the 2.
Not as much movement as we would have hoped, but again, we're only at second and goal, folks. Ball on the 2. A lot of 2s right now.
Speaking of 2, just under 20 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, let's see if they can make it happen before it ends.
Kylie hands to Van Dree, and Van Dree just walks it in for the Mill Creek touchdown. 48 points now, and what a dominant first half.
Van Dree was able to thread the needle there.
They might run out of fireworks.
Yeah, that was a weaker firework. They might be running low. We're going to run out of fireworks before the night's over, folks. Yeah, Van Dree spotted a hole in the defensive line for the Black Knights and took that opportunity. Now we have just 5 seconds left in the half. Who's our kicker?
Brady Lane.
Brady Lane once again. Let's see him make a magic. Make the magic happen.
That's good.
49-0, folks.
It's gone perfect so far on those extra points. Like you mentioned, the only real thing that hasn't gone right for Mill Creek tonight is that one missed field goal. The only drive that they haven't scored to this point.
What was that, from the 30, I believe?
If I remember right, it was from the 24 where he missed it. So it would have been a 41-yard kick.
Great show of power from our Hawks.
Well, there's Carter Jackson back out this time to do the kickoff duties for Mill Creek. 5 seconds to go. Would not be surprised if Mill Creek just tries to run out the little bit of clock that's left and takes us into halftime.
Let's be realistic, though. Even if they didn't try, the Black Knights make a lot happen in 5 seconds.
Kicks it to the 1-yard line. This one is returnable, but he slides down. Actually, it looked like he slipped again near the 15.
Again with these Black Knights slipping, huh?
Yeah, certainly seems to be a common theme, but that'll bring us to the end of the first half. We'll welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. Will Jackson here joining you for the first half with Jackson Daly. It's been a one-sided affair thus far, Jackson. Mill Creek leads 49-0. The most dominant first half we've seen from this team so far this season. I mean, even last week, just look at their last game, 42-0 versus Mountain View. It took them a whole game to get to that total. They've already surpassed it, and we're only through one half.
You're absolutely right. And we've gotten to see these are not the Hawks that played against North Gwinnett. Of course, this is Central Gwinnett, not North Gwinnett. But all the same, they have a fire and a passion tonight. They are letting it show. Even with the second string coming in for the offense, they were still able to make some crazy plays against the Black Knights. And now we finally have the marching band coming in for the Black Knights. Nice little halftime performance. little break for the Black Knights. They definitely need to recoup over in their locker room.
Yeah, you and I will take a break. It's 49-0. Halftime coming up here at Markham Field. You're watching this special Monday edition of Friday Night Football on the Mill Creek Network. And welcome back to the start of the second half of this special edition of Friday Night Football on a Monday. Will Jackson alongside Jackson Daly, and it's the home team, the Hawks, with a 49 to nothing lead over the Central Gwinnett Black Knights. Very good first half for them, and it seemed like everything was just going their way.
I tell you, it has been an absolute blowout for the Hawks. They have been dominating the field, not even letting the Black Knights cross the 50-yard line, not once. And that has been just a pattern they seem to plan to repeat. We have the third string coming out, second and third string this half, but still, they might be able to hold their own against the Black Knights.
Yeah, like you said, likely going to see a lot of the bench be emptied by both teams.
Oh, yeah.
As it is 49 to nothing, the most dominant score line that Mill Creek has had thus far this season, building off of that 42 to nothing win versus Mountain View just last week. And a great way to start this 3-game and 11-day span that they're about to embark on. Tonight's matchup with Central Gwinnett, rather. Then their next matchup this Friday at home versus Tequila, and then on the road next Thursday at Collins Hill in what should be a huge matchup.
Let's hope they just keep climbing and climbing higher.
Well, we are ready to get the second half back underway. Mill Creek won the toss at the start of the game and deferred, so they'll get the ball to start things off. And with it being 49 to nothing, we likely will see a lot of, if not the entire second half, be under running clock. Means will likely not be a very long affair. It will bounce into the end zone for a touchback, and the Hawks will start at the 20 to begin this second half.
Now, we've seen them at the 20 prior to this, but on the other side of the field. Let's see if they are able to get from one side to the other fairly quickly. Now, looking at our total rushing, we are looking at an average of average of 6.2 yards every run, matching our opponent's 1.23 yards.
That was a big part of the first half struggles for Central Gwinnett, was their inability to really run the football, especially on those early downs. Good start from Mill Creek there. A gain of 2 out to the 22. Yeah, just looking at it overall, Daniel Smith, 5 attempts, 53 yards, and a touchdown. We had 3 total rushing touchdowns on the night, with Luke Metz and Van Dree getting involved there as well. Passing wise, first half, 3 touchdown passes for Shane Throgmartin. A great first half for him. And just overall, that Mill Creek offense was really firing on all cylinders.
Currently, we do have Cannon Kiley as our second string quarterback.
Kylie's still in there. Like we mentioned, a lot of the backups being in the game right now. Carter Jackson among those in there, wide receiver right now. 3 total to the bottom of your screen. Kylie on third down, looking to throw, and that is underthrown to the man on the far side, and that'll bring up a fourth down. So to start this second half, Central Gwinnett forces a stop.
Not what you like to see, especially after such a strong first half. It seems like maybe the Hawks were a little too bit off more than they could chew with this, bringing in their third string and second string so quickly. Once the second half has started.
Oh no, Jackson. 49 to nothing.
Oh
They bit off
no!
a bit
I
more
hope
than
they don't
could
make a
chew.
comeback.
Carter Jackson on fourth down, looking for the punt, but we got whistles for that play. Check what the holdup was. Not seeing. Actually, I didn't see any flags, but whatever the penalty was against Central Gwinnett. So that'll give Carter Jackson a little bit more field position to work with in terms of eventual punt. Oh, just barely got away with it. Flags fly as Carter Jackson got hammered by 3 different Black Knights after the kick was away. It'll bounce, however, will that punt down inside the 30, call it the 26. But we'll check the flag.
Glad to see Carter was able to get up pretty quickly after that. Hard hit.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that Central Gwinnett special teams coordinator sent the house on that punt
He
attempt.
really did. What did I see? 3 men dog pile him?
I mean, felt like everybody.
Yeah.
It was just going straight for that ball. Roughing the kicker, 15-yard penalty, a huge mistake by the special teams unit of Central Gwinnett. That gives not only better field position, but an automatic first down for Mill Creek. So while that drive initially stalled out, they get a new chance at life.
That is truly the worst thing you could do as Central Gwinnett.
They're looking to throw. That is caught out across the 50-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it incomplete. Looked like he had it there for a moment, but bring up a 2nd and 10.
Looks like we're out seeing the Central Gwinnett defense locking down, tightening themselves a little bit, going a little harder this half. Maybe they had a wake-up call during halftime.
Probably a quarter and a half too late there, my friend.
Probably. Second and 10 on the 43.
That's Kylie. He'll give it to the far side. Trying to turn the corner, and he'll get near the first down, but he will indeed get into Black Knight territory. And they'll go ahead and give him enough for the first down. So a nice run there.
All right, you love to see it. We went straight from a 4th down to a first down to another first down. Bad news for the Central Gwinnett Black Knights.
That was Anderson Carter with the carry, getting the first down. Kylie once again. We'll give to Anderson Carter, and Anderson Carter's got a little bit of speed. And he'll get inside the 35, near the 30, before he's eventually brought down. But another Mill Creek first down, continuing to move the ball.
Anderson Carter standing at 5'8", weighing 169. We have not seen much of him this season, but he is pretty fast for these Black Knights. They can't seem to catch him.
Hey, you saw him turn on the Jets there. Kylie gives it up the middle once again, and another short gain, or he is rocked near the 30, or rather, make it the 27, rather. Still, call it a gain of 3 on the play.
Not exactly able to slip between the gap there. Unfortunate, but we still did get a gain on the play, so you can't complain too much.
I think in general, you'd be very happy about gaining yardage.
Yeah, in general, yes.
I was going to say, you take a gain of 3 over a sack any day of the week.
Any day.
Second and 7 now. Another run here. Kylie with the handoff up the middle. Another big run. This Mill Creek depth chart proving their worth here in this second half with another speedy run inside the 10.
We got to see, learned immediately from their pass mistake last play, not able to slip through the gap. They immediately rectified that. Went right through the 2 groups of defenders, threaded the needle, and got that first down.
That was Jack McCoy on that carry. Him and Anderson Carter proving to be a nice little duo here in the second half.
Would seem that way.
And first and goal. Kylie, unfortunate there, a bad snap, but he's able to fall on it. Thankfully, disaster avoided.
Make it a 2nd and goal. Compared to the last 2 quarters, this one has been melting away.
Third down and goal. Trying to get near that pylon. Did he get there? He did. Touchdown, Mill Creek. A bruising run by
Mill Creek,
Beasley.
they fought for it. They fought for it, but they got it.
First touchdown of the season for Jade Beasley.
Jade Beasley, 11th grade, standing at 5'9", weighing in at 168. These kids do not see much action on the field, but they are proving that they might just deserve some. This worn-out Black Knights team, bringing in the second, third string, has proved to be a successful bout for the Hawks.
Jackson's extra point is good. How about a 50 burger here for the Mill Creek Hawks?
You'd love to see it.
56-0. Looking to pitch their second straight shutout before they head into this kind of brutal back half of the season here. We'll talk about that a little bit more since we've got a break, but like we talked about, 11 days, 3 games over that span. That's going to be a test on its own. That's a lot of football, especially for these young folks out here. But not only that, a pivotal matchup rather with Collins Hill before they head into the fall break. And they have one more matchup at Discovery before they finish the season here at home against Buford in what could be potentially for the region championship if they can get past Collins Hill.
Collins Hill definitely our most anxious, I would say, anxious riddling foe out of anyone that we're going to be lining up here in this regular season. Buford too, now that I think about it.
Yeah, Mill Creek will definitely be ready for those games after the wake-up call they got against North Gwinnett a few weeks ago.
Wake up, they did.
Jackson with a kickoff there, tried to get to it, but a great play by the Mill Creek special teams. That's down inside the 5. We'll see the official marking. It looks to be the 2-yard line. So a huge special teams blunder there by Central Gwinnett.
And we have a flag on the play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called on Mill Creek. .439 to go in this third quarter. If you're just joining us, 56-0 is the current score. Mill Creek leads over the visiting Black Knights. And Jackson, we talked about it a little bit coming out of the halftime break, but overall, a very complete and balanced game from this Mill Creek team. Defensive line and linebackers getting after the quarterback and stuffing the run on defense, but also the secondary in the few moments where they were asked to step up definitely did their job in that first half. And of course, getting the ball to their offense every single drive in that first half inside of Black Knight territory. And the Hawks were able to come away with touchdowns on all but one drive. So a very complete game.
I would agree, yeah. We had the Black Knights that came in. Mill Creek set out the welcome mat for it. As soon as they stood on it, they pulled it out from under them, and I've just been wiping the floor with them ever since. They have not let up. 56-0. We have 4 minutes on our third quarter here. They've been melting this clock away for us. 2nd and 10, Black Knights ball.
Second and 10 for the Black Knights. Wearing the yellow jerseys tonight. That's the handoff, the far hash. But once again, even the Mill Creek backups getting in there to stuff another run. Just look at the pile. You see black jerseys all over the place. Everybody just swarming.
So much black and yellow, you think it was a beehive the way they've swarmed each other.
Or a Pittsburgh Steelers game.
Yeah, let's not say that.
Third down and 9.
plotting something. Let's see if they can pull off whatever they're scheming
I believe, 3 seconds on the play clock here.
over. There we have it. Play.
Timeout for Central Gwinnett to avoid the delay.
Ah.
Third down, and there's a sack for the Mill Creek defense. Just putting another exclamation mark on what's been a fantastic night. Definitely looking like we will see another Central Gwinnett punt here.
Once again, not able to even get it close to the 50. The 4th and 19. That's how much they've been pushed back into this drive.
Well, that's been the common theme tonight. Central Gwinnett constantly getting behind the chains, and they just have not been able to recover from it on a multitude of occasions.
Mill Creek D-line, they're like a bulldozer pushing them back further and further every single time they have the ball.
Whistles before this fourth down punt. Not sure what happened there, but looks as though maybe just reset of the ball. Nobody moved. So we'll reset for this fourth down punt. From his own end zone. Nice punt. Goes all the way back near the Mill Creek 40. Rolls inside the 35, and it'll be down right at the Mill Creek 33. That's where the Hawks will get it with just about a minute to go in this third quarter.
Last quarter, we saw Hawks make a lot happen in a minute. Let's see if they can do it again.
I think they'll be more than content to just continue to run this clock out here. We wind down in
surely.
the third quarter. Likely going to see a couple more handoffs and then head to the fourth.
You have to be wondering, what are Black Knights thinking? They waiting for us to run out that clock too?
Looks like Miller back in at quarterback. Nice carry along the near side. That looked to be Anderson Carter once again getting the handoff. He'll get out across the 35. Call it the 39, actually. A nice run there from Anderson Carter. And actually, that'll do it for the third quarter.
Right.
Mill Creek builds on their lead, puts up one touchdown, but that's it. Continue to run the ball, and we head to the fourth. It's 56-0 in favor of the Hawks. The Mill Creek Network will be right back. Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter here on this special edition of Friday Night Football on a Monday. Well, Jackson, your commentator, alongside Jackson Daly here with me. And it's been a very one sided affair to this point. Likely going to see a very fast paced fourth quarter as it's 56 to nothing. And Mill Creek has overall played what I would say is their best game of the season.
Certainly seems that way. The way they've been shutting out, not letting Black Knights get an inch on them, it seems.
Good vibes here tonight at Markham Field as the Hawks look to move to 5-1 on the season. Second down and 3. Ball sits at the 39. Miller. That's a give to Anderson Carter, and Anderson Carter's got great speed, breaking it down inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line.
Anderson Carter with canned heat in his heels. He was booming down the field with that rally.
Ball sits at the 34-yard line. Miller once again. It looks like Central Gwinnett had a jump there. Indeed. Offsides against Central Gwinnett.
They were jumping the gun there. Could have scored 5 yards. They're close to the end zone. If the Hawks want to be able to shoot it past them once again. First and 5, 29. 10 minutes left in the quarter.
Jack McCoy back in at running back. Stands next to Miller. He'll get the carry. Cutting off tacklers, but only good for a couple. We'll call it a gain of 2, down to the 27.
Gain of 2, but still 3. Not a bad place to be, especially if you're a Mill Creek Hawk. Do a lot with that. Especially if you're playing against the Central Gwinnett Knights. Defense have been very lackluster for those Central Gwinnett players. Mill Creek Hawks have been taking full advantage of it all night, as you can see. Source evidence.
McCoy in there once again. Clock winding down towards 9 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Miller will throw it to the near side, but that's incomplete. Is that a live football? It seems like it might be still loose for it. But it looks like Mill Creek was able to dive back on top of it. Victor Davis there to save what could have been a bit of an unfortunate play for Mill Creek. Won't call it a disaster because of the scoreline, but still, definitely not what you wanted to see there.
3rd and 15. We went from 2nd and 3 to 3rd and 15. That's not what you want to see. Mill Creek Hawks can navigate this travesty.
Yeah, you said it. The ball all the way back at the 39-yard line for Miller. Hawks content to just run it here with McCoy up the middle. They don't get some of that yardage back, but not much more. Call it the original line of scrimmage back from first down. They'll bring up a fourth.
First fourth down in a while. We're 4th and 11. Mill Creek Hawks likely to punt.
Christian Williams now in for Mill Creek. Looks as though the Hawks will opt to punt here from the 35. Called the 34, actually. Oh, no, an unfortunate mishandle of the snap. Unable to fall on top of it, and looks like Central Gwinnett going to hop on that ball. And hey, the first time they're in Mill Creek territory.
This is true, and it wasn't of their own volition either. It was because Mill Creek was not able to get a hold of the ball there. They were able to come in and scoop it up. be the biggest blunder of the day for them. Honest.
I mean, it's hard to have a bigger blunder when the first mistake of the day, really, for Mill Creek comes with 7 minutes to go in a 56 to nothing game,
This is
and
true.
it's a unfortunately mishandled snap on a third string punter. So, I think you'll take that if you're Mill Creek.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about these third strings, second strings. They don't get that much time on the field. Every now and again, they get muddy hands, slips right past them. That defense is holding strong.
Logan Phillips, the one there to make the stop. And once again, just another theme that we've been seeing all night. It's another negative play on first down for Central Gwinnett.
Very repetitive the way we've been seeing these first downs go for the Black Knights.
Yeah, I mean, that defense is just laser focused for Mill Creek this evening.
Like I said earlier, bulldozing them back every single play.
Ball sits at the Hawks 46. 6 minutes to go in the game. Looking to throw here. He's got his man on the near side. He's near the first down, but still.
Looks to be just shy of it. 3rd and 2. All on 36. 5.5 minutes left in our fourth quarter. See if the Black Knights can get a score in between. The furthest they've gotten.
Sheffield on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. That's caught on the near side. Able to concentrate and ring that one in. He's got the first down. The first down in a long time for the Black Knights.
Feels like all game almost.
It's Peyton Alseem there, the one with the reception. Gets the ball inside the Mill Creek 30, down to the 26 for a first down. Carry up the middle, running through tacklers, down inside the 10. 1st and goal for Central Gwinnett. Andre Cooper, the one there getting the carry. Good hard run.
Really looks like they've found their footing. Only 3.5 quarters too late at the game. But they might just be able to avoid a complete shutout.
Trying to get towards that end zone for the first time. But once again, first down seems to be a curse for Central Gwinnett, as it'll be no gain on the play. 2nd and goal.
Looks like they are planning it out, and they are seemingly ready to try their hand, get into the end zone. First taste of it today. I bet they can smell it from there. They are going back to the sidelines at the moment.
Yeah, Mill
Looks
Creek
like
called
the
their first timeout of the half.
first
During
time
the-
out of the game.
During this timeout, you and I can once again look ahead and talk about what awaits this Mill Creek squad.
Feel of this Friday. Correct?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got another important matchup in terms of standings at home. Mill Creek looking to pick up another win there and keep themselves in this race for the top.
We know what Tequila
Of
is
region.
in the state right now.
Not very good.
Not very good.
That's all I know right
well,
now.
as our rivals, that's good for us. They're the
Absolutely.
Eagles, right? Falcons?
Falcons.
They're Falcons.
The
Ah,
Eagles, speaking of that, are
Uh-huh.
their next opponent. The Collinsville Eagles
That's right, yeah.
at home next week. Mill Creek will pay a visit to them right before fall break. And that's a very important one in terms of standings. Mill Creek, Collins Hill, and Buford all vying for the top seed out of 6A Region 8. After the timeout, we've got whistles before that play. See what the call is here. Our wonderful producer has informed me that Tequila is currently 2-3 on the season, so definitely not ideal. Mill Creek is definitely looking to pick up a win there. like I said, that top spot is very much still up for grabs, considering that Collins Hill and Buford are yet to play each other. Mill Creek and Collins Hill about to play. Mill Creek and Buford still in the rotation to end out the season here at Markham Field. That'll be on our season finale of coverage of the Hawks here on the Mill Creek Network.
Next 2 games is going to be the Battle of the Birds. Then we really have those last 3 games are going to be very, very important for us.
Second and goal now from the 5. And once again, we've got whistles. See what this one looks to be. I believe
Second time in a row. It feels
it's a timeout left, or timeout taken rather, by Central Gwinnett, trying to get on the scoreboard here with 3:24 to go. They'll call a timeout after Mill Creek took their first timeout of the half. And back to that Buford game, Jackson, specifically looking at them as an opponent. This will be the 3rd year in a row that Mill Creek will have played Buford. Buford got the better of Mill Creek in that first matchup back in 2022. That game was played at Buford back when Caleb Downs was still on the team. That was the year that Mill Creek went on to win the state championship. It really gave Mill Creek that wake-up call that they needed. And then last year, it kind of was the exact opposite situation. Mill Creek was home against Buford and then ended up winning here at home, but then ended up struggling a little bit more down the playoff stretch. Neither team went on to win the state championship, but still, it seemed as though Buford woke up after that game. So a very important one coming up in week 12.
2 years ago, I was there for that game. That was a real wake-up call for the Hawks back then.
And for the end zone here is Central Gwinnett trying to turn the corner, and he'll reach out and walk his way into the end zone. First touchdown of the game for Central Gwinnett, rather, and that is Andre Cooper, the running back on the board.
Black Knights avoid a shutout with 3 minutes left to go in the game. Honestly, they might have needed it for their own.
Very similar scoreline to how last year's matchup between these two teams went. Last year was a 47-7 victory. This year, 56-6 rather, with the 7th point currently pending by Central Gwinnett is the current score.
The gap just keeps widening for them, doesn't it?
Certainly seems that way. Though this has been kind of the longest minute or so of running clock I think I've ever seen in a high school second half.
Sure feels like it.
Feels like we've been stuck on about 3 minutes and change for the past 5 minutes or so.
They're winding up.
Extra point is up. And it is good. Now 7-56. Surely there's no way that this is the start of an amazing comeback, right, Jackson?
Oh, you never know. The game's not over till it's over, right, man?
A little bit of deja vu for Falcons fans, if this were to happen. I'm sorry, Jackson. I know you're not a Falcons fan, but
I don't get the joke. My bad team is Florida-based.
For those of you watching at home, our producer just gave me the stank eye after that one. Shout out, by the way, to our hard-working production crew tonight. Of course, working on a limited basis here on a Monday night. A little bit of a curveball for us all. But still a huge shout out to all of them for making the journey out here to Markham Field to at least put on somewhat of a production. Certainly not what we're used to having, but at least we've got something.
Exactly. We didn't have the marching band today. Of course, it's a school night for them. Got to get to Betty by early. But still got to have the Black Knights marching band. That was a bit of a treat.
Hey, I may not be in high school, but I still have to be up early.
So do I. Yeah, I got college in the morning.
Absolutely. Love those 8 a.m. classes.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's better than PM classes.
I don't know. I personally wouldn't mind an 8 p.m. class, quite honestly. The night's way better. We'll talk about that later. But as the night goes on, currently getting a little bit later here in the evening, right on the edge of the goal line. That's taken back by Mill Creek. This ball is in play. And he'll regret that one as he slammed down right around the 10-yard line. A little bit of a special teams error there by Mill Creek.
We got to see him spun around right before he hit the ground. Not something you want to see. Two and a half minutes on the clock. Hawks are 1st and 10 on the 10. Could they make a 90-yard drive before the game is over?
I'd be surprised, quite honestly. With 2 minutes left, the Hawks can just run this right to the end of the game. And that should do it. I like it.
I'm inclined to believe with you, Will, to agree with you.
There's the first run up the middle near the 15-yard line. Mill Creek continuing to keep the ball on the ground, and rightfully so.
Nothing wrong with running the clock out. 2 minutes just passed.
Clock winding down towards a minute and a half to go. We've got laundry on the field. Check the flag there. Looks to be against the Black Knights. That should be
5-yard
enough for a
gain.
Mill Creek first down. To give up the middle, and how about one more first down for good measure as Mill Creek continues to run the ball right through the middle of this Central Gwinnett defense. They'll get that out near the 35, call it the 34, where the ball is spotted, and that should do it. That should be one of the final few plays that Mill Creek will need to run. Maybe just one or two more, kneel this one out, and get to 5-1 on the season.
Got 1 minute on the clock, not even. Ball on the 34. Hawks are in victory formation.
Down to 40 seconds left. This should be the final play. It's a low snap. Kylie will fall on it there. Clock will continue to run. Likely the final play as the game clock is lower than the play clock, and that will be the final play. Your Hawks are victorious here on a special Monday night game against Central Gwinnett. Final score 56-7. The Hawks are 5-1 on the season. And Jackson, let's talk about it a little bit here.
Let's talk about
Overall tonight, I think Mill Creek did a great job of not only running the football, but also timely passes from their quarterback, Shane Throgmartin. Capitalizing off of some of those early turnovers that the defense was able to force really seemed like the big key to the game.
Absolutely. Those turnovers, they were imperative to shaking the team early on. Oh, we have fireworks, folks. We have a lot of them. They didn't run out. But those turnovers were imperative early in the game. Shook the Black Knights to their core, and they never recovered. They did not recover. We built a wall in the center of that field. Right now, built a wall in the center of that field. Never once let them cross it until all the way into the fourth quarter. They were finally able to avoid the shutout. But that whole game was just a decimation and a show of Mill Creek's power.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, not the second straight game with a shutout for the Mill Creek Hawks. They will allow 7 points, but still, I think you'll take that victory all day long. 56-7. The most points that Mill Creek has scored this season, mind you, as well. Absolutely amazing stuff as they are very, very quickly rounding into form here as we get down to the later portions of the season.
It's a great thing to see. They're ironing out a lot of the kinks. The defense was so tight and so much stronger than it has been this season. They've really proven that they are the team to beat, to not beat.
I like that. But yeah, no, it definitely seemed as though they were able to kind of hide some of the potential weaknesses that we'd seen earlier on in the season. We talked about heading into the game that their secondary had been a little bit lackluster, at least, and especially in that game against North Gwinnett. Norcross, a couple of big plays led up here and there, but overall, that front seven of Mill Creek was really able to dominate and really just took over from the beginning.
It really seems like that secondary got scared straight, and they have been, they did not let up at all this game. True show of power.
Oh, absolutely. And remember, we'll look ahead to what awaits Mill Creek. They've got 2 more games in the span of the next 10 days. They play here at home at Markham Field against Tequila High School this coming Friday, and then they are on the road at Central Gwinnett before or not rather Central Gwinnett, at Collins Hill, mind you, yes. And a huge matchup here in 6A Region 8 before fall break. Hopefully they can pull out a victory here at home this Friday night. Kickoff at 7:30. We'll have coverage here on the Mill Creek Network. But that's it for you and I tonight. My name's Will Jackson. This is Jackson Daly.
Great to meet you all.
Signing off from Markham Field. Have a good night.